Let's start off with Rabbi Yaakov Emden's pshat on the Gadya. The Zab and Abba b'Chezuze Gadya says the Gadya is the neshama. The neshama comes down to planet Earth. The Zab and Abba that our father sold us to trade zuz with two movements. Zuz means to move down from two elements, from the element of Goldman and the element of Neshamas down to planet Earth. And here's the trouble that the neshama runs into. The cat. You're like a baby scrounging around on the floor. Who knows what you're doing? You think you'll get out of this. Life only gets more intense. Along comes the dog, the akshanis, the brazenness. No one's going to tell me what to do. You think you get out of this. It only gets more intense. Along comes a stick, a remnants for the aver. Trouble in that area. And more trouble comes. Along comes the fire, kinna, taiva, gaiva covered. You think it'll come out, but no, it won't. Along comes the water. Go with the flow. You're doing the same foolish things at 60 as you do at 20 because you simply can't change. Along comes the ox, the Yitzhahara, trying to gore you, bring up all your averas to Hashem. Then comes the sheket, then we're dead. Then we go to Gehenna, run into the Malach HaMavis. And then afterwards we come back to Hashem like, oh, Gadya, you totally fell apart in your plan, mission of planet Earth. We'll all die and go to hell. All is well. What kind of ending to this night is this? What is going on over here? And here's basically the pshat that goes over here. The pshat is like this. There was a story. The story was a bunch of hooligans beat up a girl in Central Park. The defense was they came from a background was totally messed up, and all their lives is killing, fighting, and everything else. I said, what do you want from these people? So is there any validity to the defense? Yes, it's true. They do come from a difficult situation. Maybe we don't have those nisyanis. But it's important to realize this. The game says don't read it ho lachmanya, but read it hey is lachmanya. What's the difference between chametz and matzah? They both have letters men tzaddik, but matzah has a hey and chametz has a ches. Let the dough rise a little bit, the matzah will turn into chametz. Every base of matzah is on its way to becoming chametz. And why doesn't it? Because you have the ability to stop it. The purpose of coming out of Mitzrayim is coming out of your own meitzar, coming out of your own boundaries. We're here in Mitzrayim, we're trying to get to Eretz Yisrael, Arutz Yisrael. I want to be a Jew. That's the tachlis. That's what we're trying to get to. We're trying to realize if Hashem didn't take us out of Mitzrayim, we'd still be slaves to Paro. You're either a slave to Paro, you're a slave to the Yitzhahara, or you're a slave to Hashem. There's only one or the other. You have two choices. That's why the more you talk about Yitzhak Mitzrayim, the greater it is. The more you realize it's merited to be here. Tremendous. So it needs a capitalist shot is why we have 4 cups of wine talking about the gula. The more you drink wine, the more you want it. The more we should yearn for it. The more we're looking for it to get out of our own Mitzrayim, out of our own Yitzhak. When we come over here, a person's in the army, they'll say, oh, there's bombs over there in Gaza, there's traps and everything else, minefields. They're not telling you to step on and blow yourself up. They're telling us to avoid it. Basically, what Rabbi Yaakov Emden is leading you is if you don't do anything, if you live a life of power, a life of the Yitzhahara, that's where you'll end up. But you have the ability to prevent that. That doesn't have to happen. You have the ability to say, oh, I'm messed up, I'm in the garbage, I'm finished. What are you talking about? That's what we have the story of Elizabeth and Azariah. Elizabeth says, I'm like 70 years old, and never zeichet to Yisrael Mitzrayim the night until the drasha ben zayna. Where he says, Kol Yemei Chayecha. Yemei Chayecha is the day's kol also comes to include the nights. What was going on over here? We know one reason why we steal the afikomen. It's when Yaakov stole the brachas, that was Pesach. He brought the 2 goats, one carbon Pesach, one carbon Chagiga. That's Gadya. That's what we have over here. Yitzhak comes in, Yitzhak says, your brother took the brachas b'mirma with trickery. B'mirma is gematria afikomen. The Allah is aim up there in Pesach afikomen. It's over. I already ate the afikomen. I already gave him the brachas. Show him with bracha. It's finished. That's why I'm suffering next to Baruch because afikomen. Then we got the brachas. That's what Khan pointed out. The tzach adash b'chav is ditzcha. You're happy. Adash me adashim. Ba'ach. Let's go ba'ach from the brother. That's what's going on here. Why does Hashem want it this way? But Davka Yitzchak should give Yaakov a bracha. I think that he says understand God's the Meshuggah. What do you want to do? But if you're giving Yaakov a bracha, if you're giving a gadol hadar bracha, what are you going to give him? You're going to tell him, what are you going to tell him? Learn Shas 5 billion times. What are you going to say already? You're giving Esau a bracha and kavanah to pull him out of the garbage. This is what was happening over here. Yaakov doesn't need Esau's bracha. But us, Yaakov's descendants, we would need Esau's bracha. Sometimes we're in the garbage. Sometimes we need to get pulled out. As the Yisrael Yisrael says, we have karpas, a food that was in the garbage, in the dirt, and it's made it to the Seder. You can't get despondent. This is what's happening over here. That's Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah. When he came in, the doors were open to everybody, all 4 of the sons. Even if you learn it in the negative way. That the Torah speaks connected the Arabanan, Tam and the She'enu Amaratzin, Russia's a Russia, and even the Chacham's not a tzaddik, he excludes you. If you're looking at everybody in the negative way, Elazar ben Azariah is saying the doors are open to everybody. When he became the Nasi, what happened? Hundreds of benches were put in, because that's this night. This night is even to go down to the Dal, even to go down to the low places. That's Rav Elazar ben Azariah, which are on the Russian days, is Arba for the 4 sons. That's because you think, can you really change? Yes, you can really change. How many years did he gain? He went from 18 to 70, he gained 52, Gematria Ben. In one night he became Banim Lamakat. This is the kayak of the night, coming out of your own Yetzaharas, going from all the negative places. And this is why we're having the yearning of the wine. We want more and more and more of the Gula. That's the story of Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva is the one hosting this party. The students come in, they say, Rabbi, you brought us to the point we're ready to say Shema Shachris. He took them from the night and brought them to the light. Rabbi Akiva said as he was an Amaretz, he would bite a Talmud Chacham, kick on more. That's how far gone he was. And he brought from there, he came to such a love of Hashem. He was ready to die. He said, every day, when am I going to give up my life? This is where he was coming. He brought us from the night to the light. That's where he was going. The students say, Rabbi, you brought us to such a munah. We're ready to say Shema. Shema backwards. I am Mem Shem O Malchus Shemayim. It was a dark of Avram Avinu, who's the makor of a munah in the world. That's where he brought back to. And the whole word of Avram Avinu is that everything Hashem does is all part of the ultimate good. That's his good goal. That's his geshmak over there. That's we come back to Shema Shachris. Shachris was Avram Avinu. That's what the Bells and Rebbe also said. It's to elevate all the souls. Switch your letters of Shachris is Shin Yud Ches Reish Tav She'eni Yodei Chacham Rosh and Tam, and that's what Chacham Rosh She'enu and Tam, or Chacham Rosh She'enu and Tam. First name is Cheres. The ticket here is to get from filling all our souls in all the inyanim. Wishing everybody a good Pesach on that note.